Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joel here with as many reviews as possible, and today we're doing the review of the Inov-8 F-lite 250s. Alright, so I've had these shoes for a few weeks now. I didn't do an unboxing on them just because the shoe has been out for a little bit and I was in no hurry to get out a review. But I didn't really know what to expect from these shoes, to be honest with you. They're Inov-8s, and I typically like Inov-8 shoes. I like the 195s, I like the 235s, I like the 210s. I've been through pretty much all the Inov-8 shoes, but these ones are a little bit different in that they are less minimalist than the rest of the shoes that I've ever worn. The reason I say that is because the heel to toe drop is an 8mm drop, not something you usually see from an Inov-8 trainer that usually has like a 3mm drop or even a 0 drop, right? And what that does with this shoe is that you've got 15mm in the rear and 7 in the front. The 8mm differential basically kind of blends the lines between having an oldie shoe on and having just a normal trainer on. And it's interesting. It actually, I didn't know what to expect, and I really enjoyed wearing these shoes. These are very good cross training shoes, and I really give it to Inov-8 for stepping outside of the box, doing something a little different, not really trying to go for the same thing that everybody else was doing with the Nano or the Metcon. Those are excellent shoes, but you kind of know what to expect from them already, right? And with the Inov-8 250, you have this shoe that performs excellent and performs very well, but is a little bit different. And I really like it. I really like these shoes. I didn't do really any heavy squatting in these shoes, but I did PR my deadlift at 535. The only thing that I noticed there is that because of the elevated heel at the top of the deadlift, I was kind of leaning forward a little bit. I did a lot of ollie in these shoes. Typically I don't normally wear ollie shoes, and I don't need them because my mobility is pretty good. My ankle flexion is pretty good, and lifting in the Inov-8 250s it feels great. You know, like if you're one of those people that you struggle with wearing an ollie shoe or just a normal trainer, and you're constantly switching shoes, this is probably going to be the shoe for you. You're really not going to have that issue. Or if you just have really crappy mobility, crappy ankle mobility, and you needed an extra little bit, this might be the shoe for you, just because that extra little bit of heel. You can see it right there. It's called the power heel, and it's just an elevated heel. You'll immediately, when you put these shoes on, you're gonna feel the difference. Insole is just about as minimal as any other insole. 3mm. Typical stuff there. Pretty much all the good trainers on the market have something similar to that, besides the Metcon. The outsole, you've got the patented dynamic fascia band, which is kind of their midfoot shank. It helps propel you in motion when you are doing anything like running or box jumps and whatnot. Metaflex grooves in the front, so that as your foot hits the ground, they start to spread and your toes splay more naturally. You've got your Rope Tech guards, medial right here and lateral. You've also got this little bit of overlay, which is more like a tough rubber overlay on the inside and outside of the shoe, and that's supposed to deflect the rope from rope abrasion. But all around the shoe is the breathable mesh that you'll normally find on an Inov-8 shoe, right? So that's kind of a bummer, because as we all know, if you've owned an Inov-8 shoe before, do a few rope climbs and that thing's gonna usually fray. But otherwise, the shoes are very light, flexible, and generally pretty comfortable to wear, right? Extended periods of time, pretty comfortable. The only thing that I noticed with these shoes is, and it might not happen for everybody. I do have more in toe, so my second toe is a little bit longer than my first toe. Is with the Inov-8 standard fits, you have more of a flat toe area, and if I wear these for a really long time, like all day, and all the blood rushes to my feet tend to swell up, and then my second toe tends to run into this area right here, right? So keep that in mind if you have Morton's toe, but if you don't, you probably won't have any issues with that. No heel slippage issues, fitment is excellent, build quality is excellent. Just about everything about these shoes is really good. I can't stress that enough, and it's almost a shame that I'm sure most people are going to overlook this one because of things like the Metcon and Nano just being the popular shoe. The Inov-8s retail for $129.99, which is the same price as Nanos and Metcons. So if you weren't an Inov-8 user before, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to want to go back to, or to want to try out an Inov-8 shoe, unless someone really urges you to try on that Inov-8, which I'm gonna tell you is a good idea if you're looking for a shoe that's a good blend of mobility, power delivery, flexibility. This is a very good CrossFit shoe. If you do CrossFit, you almost owe it to yourself to try this shoe out, right? Don't be turned off by the heel to toe drop. It feels pretty good when it's on. It feels like a very good, excellent training shoe, right? I can't even stress that enough. I'm just enamored by just how good these shoes are. So, if you were on the fence about buying these shoes, right? You own a pair of Metcons, you own a pair of Nanos, just buy them. You don't need another pair of Nanos or Metcons. Try these ones out, right? You will definitely not be disappointed with the Inov-8 F-lite 250. Full reviews coming up on the blog shortly, joelxfit.wordpress.com. And as always guys, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.